Hello, everybody, and welcome to Equity UHC. This season, we will be doing blind dates, move 0-0, and permanite season. We do have 28 people in their own ways, and I take special very literally, if you know what I mean by that. Okay. There's nothing really much to say about this season. I mean, I could. Anonymous is essentially we all are RPG. That's pretty cool. Blind dates is a team, but with teams of two. So essentially, there is every team of two work with a certain color on it, and there will be another team of two with that same color, and that is a full team of two. Your goal is to find that person. Permanite is obvious, and then moves is also obvious. We do have a little plug-in on here because you wouldn't be able to without, you just won't be able to know who's who. So if you walk up to somebody and right-click them, it'll say Bradley right here. This right here is Flash. I don't know who right there is. That's Saya. Okay. All right, and let's get right onto the teams. So why did I... All right. First is Honorable Summer and BBR returning from last season. Over here we have N Fang newcomer and T Firm also a newcomer. We have JamestheDouglas returning champion and DJ8 Ninjet. Right here we have I'm CJYT returning from last season, returning champion, and Twaftica newcomer. Right here we have Frost Bros returning 6, I think it was last season. Returning from last season. Right here we have and returning back from last season. Right here we have Pelikasaur returning from last season and Rebel Ghost. We have Mr. Sleepyhead himself returning back all the way from season 2. We have Mine and we have X Ross returning back from last season. Right here we have Sharky returning back from I said last season, Ross. Well, you played last season. And whatchamacallit? And Choonk, a newcomer. Somehow. We have Bradzy returning back from last season. And also returning from last season. Right here we have Insert.Jpeg, a newcomer, and Siastone returning back from season 6. We have myself from last season and Flash returning back from last season. Hawk, a returning champion from last season, and Plushy33 last season, a returning champion. And right here, the final team is Plushy Bunyan and back from last season. So that's it. Woo! Wait, let me go over config. I forgot about that. Healing, absorptions disabled, notch apples disabled, heads heal. Rates apple 1, horses off, nether off. Pearl damage is 1 heart. Strings from sheep should not be on. Turn that off. And then no book shelves, no fire aspect, flames, no double arrows, no block decay. And that should be it. So yeah, let's get going.
Oh, I need to start recording. I need to stop my music. Oh, crap.
Oh, dear. Oh, it's a mare to begin with. Nah, don't worry.
No, one biggest worry is like if I play like licensed music and like because I'm
Yeah.
probably am actually going to switch my royalty-free playlists, but just one of my biggest worries is that like I'll and because what happened was I played a failed attempt of a round and I uploaded it
Right.
unlisted, but
Yeah.
I had the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack playing in the background, but it was all the like licensed songs.
Yeah.
So
Oh dear.
the entire playlist got muted. Or
Oh
not the entire
dear.
playlist, but the entire perspective.
Sure.
So one thing is I have a playlist of that I just play. It's just royalty-free songs.
Mhm.
And I just play that.
That works. To be honest, I've never got into listening. Like, I listen to music when I game, but not when I'm like in a call with someone. I don't know why. I just can't. You know, I personally can't do that for some reason. I just. I don't know why.
I'm trying to call, like, if I'm watching a video, I usually like pause the video.
Yeah.
Just, I can't, because like I'm like I can't. I either can pay attention to the video or what they're saying.
Yeah.
But one thing I do is I just like to put the like, because it's a lot of like chill music and then some
Sure.
Approaching Nirvana, so it's just like relaxing.
Oh
to have,
yeah,
like,
Approaching
a
Nirvana.
low in
Yeah,
the
I like them.
background.
Mhm.
And just like in RRs, it gives a little bit of ambience.
Yeah, I get that. That's
Not
fair.
Not like the bad ambience round.
Yeah, right. I'm already in a
Not
fight,
that
by the way.
Oh,
It's fine. I tend
Put 'em
that
out.
creeper. It was easy. That's what I'll be doing to someone in this. Hopefully, I don't know.
When the question is,
Blind date set. How do we not get like a firework or something?
episode 2, I think.
Ah, okay. That
I
makes
think what
sense.
happens is now the teams are set, but we don't know who we're with.
Right. I'm so glad it's moved 0-0 because nothing frustrates me more than if it's a laughs game with, you know, regular map and everyone just runs to 0-0.
One thing that's a bit dumb is, like, one thing I remember apparently has happened a few times in like rounds and stuff. Laughs game, or not in rounds, but like private games, is laughs, but then people will be like in a call with one another and then they'll send their coordinates to each other right away.
Oh dear, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I've not done it in a private game. I've done it in a public game.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, that's not
I mean,
good.
that's a bit, but the thing is, in a public game though,
Mhm.
you run the risk of just someone random running into you and
Yep, indeed. I guess, yeah. It was actually a big game. It might have been a Badline game back in the day. Actually, I don't remember.
I'm just trying to imagine what a bad line with cross teaming as well.
I know. Cross teaming gets messy. Or I think it's fine in like public games, but I played a laughs game, an RR once, where cross teaming was on, and it got messy towards the end.
I don't think cross teaming should be allowed in general, let alone in
I share that point of view.
in rounds. It just sounds, because then like who do you credit as the winner?
Yeah, exactly. Or like if it's a winning team, like imagine, you know, we've had original partners and then they die and then we're teamed at the end. Are we a winning team even though we weren't always teamed?
Yeah. Or like that's what I find interesting about like allies rounds, like when they do happen, is you know who's gonna win. They all know it's gonna come down to only one can win. They got pick they like that's what, like, look at class 4 for example. You see everyone was trying to like figure out who was going to win, or with bit you have like these fucking with bit right now you have all these like small alliances to take out like the teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's the big alliance to kill Jinko. Jinko was still alive.
Class 4 worked well, to be fair, because by the end it was just like it was me and Jay, and we'd met each other at the start, but since then like we never saw each other. So by the end it was just a case of right, it's just us two. So it was fine. It wasn't like we were 2v1ing someone and then right, okay, well let's back off. I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. It's just a little more awkward.
Now, one of my opinions is, although I think if a round is like allies, it should do a limit to how many you can have.
Right.
I feel like just having infinite allies will wind up with a lot of people sweeping through, and it just won't be fun for a lot of the people that like souls they run into.
Yeah.
Like, no, join.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's what I saw in Class 4. I didn't watch much of the season, but when Espic released his montage the other day, it was amazing that a lot of the good players like team with each other, but they didn't survive long because they always got in battles. So it worked out well. Sorry?
Except for Austin.
Well, yeah, except for... It's funny how everyone was trying to kill him, and then right at the end, I didn't mean to kill him. I thought he was someone else, genuinely. And right before he'd said, "Oh, James, don't kill me. I can help you in." I never heard that. I just saw someone running down the street. I'm like, "Well, let's shoot at this guy and see what happens."
I didn't know you killed him.
It was accidental, and it's so funny that everyone was trying so hard, and in the end, it was an accident. But there you go.
No, because I remember when it was coming out, someone was he was apparently when they'd be splitting gaps, he would hold on to them.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
a lot of Mole's game tactics, because I remember in a lot of I think it was TTE 9. You had at one point Sugar had all the gaps, and I think he had 6 on him to start.
Right.
He said he only had 2 or 3.
Right.
Is that you, by the way?
I just ran past somebody, so yeah.
Were they in the water?
Yep. No, it must have been you then. Yeah, I'm not big on Mole. I've not played many Mole's games. My Mole's tactics are pretty underdeveloped, shall we say?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't the Mole though. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair. I guess just dealing with a Mole is something I'm not good at either.
Moles is a game mode that I enjoy sparingly.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Because I know a lot of in the Clubhouse Discord, a lot of the games are Moles.
Right. Yeah.
Whenever I go to check to see what game it is, it's a Moles, and I have to be in the mood to play Moles essentially.
Right. Yeah.
It's it is the. It's gonna make it sound more effort than it is, but I don't want to have to deal with people betraying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know.
40. I'm legitimately just not. Is that you in the desert?
No, I'm not in the desert.
Okay, who is this?
Go figure it out.
Andronicus. I don't know how good they are.
Andronicus is really good at 1.9 plus. I'm not. I think they're decent at 1.8.
I know some of the skill I feel translates, but not all of it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think back in the day, people thought it translated a lot less, but I think it's definitely a lot more than people might think.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example, but yeah. I guess Engal, ex Nestorio, he was when he played Joey's 1.9 games.
Village.
Hey. When Engal played Joey's games, he was just unbelievable. I fought him a few times in the arena, and he was just for some reason he was just amazing at it as soon as he started playing, much the same as he was with all the other versions. So
I guess that's why I think a lot of bow skills.
Yeah.
Skills with bow especially do translate. I feel like melee is a lot different.
Yeah.
And even then, take that as you will.
Yeah.
But just I don't think timing hits is what makes it the most different. I think shields is what makes it the most different.
Right. Yeah. Knowing when to block.
And that's what makes bow as different as well. Just the fact that you can block all the damage is and one thing I didn't that's actually the thing I dislike the most as well is shields in 1.9 plus. It's super easy to force someone to melee you.
Yeah, it's a lot easier in the more modern versions like 1.14 because crossbows have that enchant that you can pierce. Yeah, you can, so but obviously it doesn't if you don't have a crossbow, then it really depends. I've not played too many 1.14 games though. Although the Apollo community is really good. Alan and I played a game and we were 3/4 and we faced C Money who was full iron unenchanted. He just destroyed us.
Oh yeah.
C Money's so good.
I think it is a bit easier to be. This is gonna sound really egotistical. But, I think it's easier to be good at 1.9, melee especially because it's not like you have to worry about being comboed.
Yeah. That could partly be because there's not a massive community yet. Yeah. Maybe there never will be, but at the same time,
it's more.
I don't know.
It's more brain than brawn.
Right. Wait. Oh wait.
No,
What's that give a griffin carrot thing?
It's a starter food. It's just a golden carrot.
Oh, is that just like a text for fun? See who eats it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat mine right at the end.
Like right before we win.
Yeah, right. I'll just be there. I'll chomp on it. I'll kill someone with it and then chomp on it.
Oh.
I feel like that would be a bit scummy. Like someone's on half a heart, you kill them with a carrot.
Nah. I remember like it used to be like a thing like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting people, then switching to your like golden head in the head. In your hand.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You would say they were killed by a golden head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember that. When did you start playing Reddit out of interest?
I think it was either I think it was like late 2014, early 2015.
Right. Okay.
The way I usually compare it, again, this is gonna sound a bit dumb, is I think I go and check the dates of like some of the first. It was like July that I know, but I know like some of the early RRs I watched, so like I go and check the dates for those.
Right.
Like I think one of the earliest RRs I remember watching was Hilton Quiver 2.
Okay.
But that's like Red RRs. I've been watching / playing UHC since fucking like Woofles and them did their first UHC.
Right. Okay. So you weren't necessarily playing Reddit. It was all the other stuff.
I started actually in single player playing UHC.
Okay. Yeah.
However, I didn't realize you could turn off natural regeneration. So what I would do is I would go into a survival world, and I would just always keep my hunger below 1.5 hunger bars.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and but then like a month later, and that was in like March of the same year, I found what's it called? I found Reddit.
Yeah.
Or no, I found Eximius, and then a few months later, my cousin and I found Reddit together.
Sure.
Like I remember playing on Iron Wolf.
Oh yep. Classic.
Yeah. And one of the first two of the first R's I remember watching are first off is Hilton Quiver 2.
Okay.
And AP5.
Ah.
Like those were two that I watched as they came out.
Right.
Although also I remember watching the first All Stars.
Oh yeah. I think
gives you around a region.
Yeah.
I remember like going back and rewatching it because I'm being like, "Yo, this is a really cool concept. I hope they do a second one." And then so I remember the day that All Stars 2 was announced. I'm like, "Yo!"
Was the second one the one where there was a snowball team?
Oh yeah.
I watched that one. I definitely watched that one.
Where Cynical went in. Essentially.
Yeah. That was such an OP team.
I remember being, my go-to perspectives when I first joined the community. This might seem like an odd one, but it was Kelp.
Okay, yeah.
Then I found Harlan, and I was like, this dude's really funny, and he likes Pokemon. I'm gonna watch him.
Right.
So I watched Harlan. And then from there, I found Dibs, and Brick and Raven became like my POV.
I think Raven was pretty popular, to be fair.
Yeah. Like, so I remember when Phobia, not Phobia, when All Stars 2 came out, I remember seeing the Phobia team. I remember looking at the teams and I'm like, sure, the AP team's nice, but they don't have Harlan, so why should I watch them? So I watched Phobia instead.
Right.
But I love Phobia's POV that season.
Right. Who was on their team?
Until they died. It was Brick, Raven, and Andrizzle.
Ah, okay. Was Andrizzle Scottish? I feel like he was Scottish.
I feel like he was, yeah.
He had that sort of accent, but...
He was one of the early RR whores.
Nice.
Now it's you.
Was Crimson the early RR Cosmic, if you know what I mean?
I actually don't know what you mean by that.
Like, as in the one who criticizes rounds.
I feel like he was, because I remember like one of the first rounds that I was in was a round called Solstice Season 2, and on the post, so one of the players didn't upload, but he died episode 1, so they died this episode anyways. And I remember him commenting about it on Twitter, being an RR didn't have a perspective from this person, but so they just put that he died episode 1 anyways. I'm like, oh, okay. No, but yeah, I remember. But what was really interesting was I remember people didn't call Andrews an RR whore necessarily because that was Tommy.
Yeah.
But more if it was pointed out how he always seemed to be subbing for rounds. Because I know one of the big ones was when he subbed for WMC because Break's computer fried itself in the intro.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Because I remember him being like, he was like, yeah, I remember like, because Nude on 6 came out, I remember him being like, yeah, I lost my footage, and then WMC came out and was like, yeah, this is where my computer died.
Oh dear.
It's like, oh, that kind of sucked.
Yeah. That does actually. In an intro as well.
Well, it's like, so it was captains, and basically, I think they like just finished, and then it died. So like, who can we get?
Oh dear. Yeah.
And what I find really interesting was that season as well.
Mm-hmm.
So customers were like, I think already they were Raven, NT Bama, and Burning.
Mm-hmm.
I remember someone was like, so it's Phobia and Burning for the newcomers. I remember Fairy saying on the post like, actually, they were all subs except for NT. Oh my! So you had to get 3 subs that season.
Jings, yeah.
Because I remember in the intro, they were talking about like some of the people who were supposed to be captains. Like, CMAT was supposed to be a captain. I remember very strongly. That's what I definitely remember.
Yeah.
Because they literally say in the intro, because Berg took his place.
Yeah.
And because they were skill based, very different skill players at the time. Berg
Sure.
and no, same skill level, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Orgasms, and I remember them joking about it in the intro, being like, CMAT, Berg here for CMAT. and I remember being like, what? So that was probably one subs they had to get.
Right.
I forget who else it was. But, yeah, one thing I also remember that season, I'm rambling, but I remember like one of the jokes was like, because Dibs got last pick.
Oh really?
Was yeah, but it was so his team was already him and Dan's and Quake. They're saying like he doesn't need a 4th; they're already gonna win. They did win.
Oh nice.
But it was a pretty good team. It was
yeah.
Dan's, Nihon, Quake, and Dibs. I feel like Quake was someone that people didn't think was as good as he was.
I don't really remember Quake, to be fair. I mean, I remember him, but I don't remember watching his stuff.
Like, that's the thing. He did a lot of like highlights, but I don't really have, like, I don't remember him.
Right.
Again, I have no real way to describe what I'm trying to say, but I don't remember him like popping off in a round. For example,
Sure.
Extremely well.
Yeah.
Like, I remember him winning Cynical 1 and getting 2nd in AP8, but that's about it.
Right. Okay.
But so it's like, and Dan's I think back in the day, I don't think Dan's was bad. And I don't think he is now. I think just people have gotten better around him.
Yeah, I feel like he got unlucky a lot as well. And to be fair, I remember a few rounds where he just fought the wrong people, and if he fought somebody else, might have been different.
So like he won. What's it called? What was it called? Oh no, he won R&R 3.
Right.
And one of their teammates was dead going into meetup.
Oh man.
Because they team killed him. It was him, Blood, and Gnome, which is actually a good team, quite a good.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's sort of that situation where like a lot of, it's like I think he was someone who went unnoticed.
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot of old players because they're just.
So certainly these days, yeah.
I feel like the good players were like the really good players were obviously like like Dib, Engal, Ginger. Even for a good while, Harlan was really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Who again was the person who like you never saw it like pop off in rounds like because he only has I think 2 RR wins ever.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a wee bit surprising.
Oh no, he has 3. He has 3 because he has I'm doing. Harold, hire me to do your RR statistics right now. No, but he has I know he has 3 wins, being Vitality Season 1, which he won with 6 kills.
Oh, nice.
He has that. He had WMC 6 with a bad idea with CMAT.
Yeah.
And All Stars 1.
All right. Oh yeah.
think. Oh,
Hey.
see you all next episode.
See ya.